Welcome to the Bean at Millennium Park. Show you guys what we're working on today. Today we are here at Millennium Hall, and what we have going on is there's a bar outside which we're going to show you, and there's a network rack within that bar and also within Millennium Hall. They're experiencing connection issues, so their access points are outside and all their devices outside are going on and offline intermittently. So we're gonna go in and try and best figure out what's going on. We think it has something to do with their fiber connection that makes the connection between the outside bar and the inside restaurant. So we're gonna pop in, take a look at the fiber connection. Fiber connections are always used to make connections upon greater distances. Ethernet cables can only do up to so much before they lose that signal strength and that data capability. So we're gonna pop in, see what we got going, and then try to diagnose it from there. We have one of our wonderful cabling companies out with us as well, in case we do need to run additional lines for this networking equipment. So we'll touch base with them, and we'll show you guys what it's like behind the scenes here. So what this device does is this sends what we call a light through the fiber connection all the way to the other side where we do have another network rack. We're hoping that we'll get a good connection so that we can diagnose a little bit further, but going through each and every piece of equipment is pretty crucial because you want to make sure that every bit of it is working, because if one part of it fails, especially with these distant connections, there's no failover secondary point of failure that we can rely on. So we want to make sure that we get this connection solid. We do have another line run here additionally that we can possibly utilize if we have to, but for right now we want to make sure this primary connection is what is working. So here we go. We currently are looking for this connection right here, which goes to this SFP port, and we tried changing the polarity to make sure that wasn't the problem. Most times if we get the connections made, there's an underlying issue. We're able to send that light through that we talked about. There's a different underlying issue, which could be the polarity, which is the cables being here. So they can be flipped around because it's like A and B on these. So we're actually going to test some of these out right now and make sure those connections are real good. So we're going to get that set up and squared away, and then we'll continue our evaluation of why this isn't working.
Gets pretty hot in these vestibules and stuff like that. So what the problem is that we're experiencing is that the fiber lines are very, very, very small cable. And so what we had to do is we had to fuse using the arc fusion splicer. And then we fused the two cables together and made a new connection using our secondary connections. And we're gonna have to replace the primary so that we always have a backup. So now we're gonna get them set back up, make sure everything's running, and we'll be good to go. But yeah, fiber lines are very, very, very delicate lines. When it comes to installations and also troubleshooting and stuff like that, you might get the light that goes through, the little laser that we shine through to the other end, but there also could be a disruption in between somewhere. So that's why it's hard to pinpoint those kinds of things. But that's why we have such special tools to locate and diagnose those certain problems. So we're happy to get the customer up and rolling, and we got another one.